Well, African migrants and refugees trying to reach Europe are being sold off to slave markets in Libya.
To our various countries.
These men are migrants with dreams of being smuggled to Europe by sea.
Excuse me, can I speak to you?
I felt like entering into a surreal world, something obscure, something suspicious. Libya was very difficult to work on.
Look at my head. You'll see the scar. That's where they hit me with an iron rod.
They travel to Niger, to a town called Agadez. From there, they meet up with the people smugglers. They head off across the Sahara. Most of them have no idea what they're in for when they reach Libya. They've got no idea how bad the situation is.
One by one, men are brought out as the bidding begins. 400. 500. 550. 600. 650. 700. Very quickly, it's over.
Documenting human trafficking and slavery, which was shocking for all of us. When migrants, for instance, are taken into detention centers, the militias ask for ransom to release them because they don't have money to pay the ransom. Then they end up working for free, so they became slaves.
We have brothers who are still imprisoned over there. When they kidnap you, they beat you and torture you. If we hadn't given them money, they would have cut us up and left us in the desert.
Most places you read there, they will tell you to call your family for you to pay the money to their connection. So they will keep you there, waste your time. They will not give you a chance to go out to know the town, what is going on in town. So what they will press you to call your people for them to pay the money.
They took people to work by force. Even when we are at the seaside, when we are working the work, they will be beating you. When you are working the work, I'm doing your work. They will be maltreating us.
They say these people want to travel and we're providing a service.
He took me and he went to sell me in another part of town. We were brought to Brack to work. We were slaves to a whole neighborhood. They didn't ask us whether we were hungry or thirsty. They didn't ask us anything. When we would remove weeds in peanut fields, we worked without getting up. 2 people died right in front of me. The captors would hit someone, the person would cry out, and then they would die.
400. 700. 700. 800. The numbers roll in. These men are sold for 1,200 Libyan pounds, $400 apiece.
Being a woman, being raped, being migrant, being black.
They come in their thousands from Niger, Mali, Nigeria, Ghana.
Women are forced to become sex slaves and men become manual laborers.
What they kept referring to in Arabic as al-budaa, the merchandise. All in all, they admitted to us that there were 12 Nigerians that were sold in front of us.
In many cases, they're sold from one detention centre to another detention centre. The longer they're held, the higher the price goes, and in some cases they're then sold on, and that's when it starts to look like an actual slave market.
Just take us home. No food, no drinking water. Just take us home. Want to go? No food, no water, nothing.
The topic is sensitive and violent. We don't need more violence to explain that it's violence.
Merciless beating. If you look at most of the people here, if you check their body, you see the mark. They're beating with electric. Even your boot, they took something like a sharp object. Understand?
And when you speak to these migrants in Niger, they talk about, you know, it's the Wild West, it's lawless, there are gangs, militias, some of them called them the asthma boys. They were terrified of them, they get beaten up by them.
We know that some people are being sold.
Yes.
Some people are being sold. Is this something you've heard about? Can you tell us about
Sure.
that? Tell us.
I was sold.
Until the country's stabilised, and who knows when that will be, it seems that very little can be done. But